Would you trade 10 years of your life to be a billionaire? I'm willing to bet that most people will say no. And the reason why is you value your youth. And it's not just about duration of life, right? Because I can tell you that you probably, maybe you live for 10 years, but you have to be bedridden. You wouldn't want that. But the fact is that you value your youth in terms of being able to walk around freely, right? Without any mobility issues, having more energy to do the things that you want, right? That's why people value youth so much. But yet, these same people would sabotage themselves. They would neglect their sleep. They would drink alcohol on a consistent basis. They will not exercise on a consistent basis. They will have a shit diet, right? They will ignore all the health markers, high glucose level, high insulin levels, high cholesterol levels. Yet they will turn around and say like, I would not trade anything for my youth, but you're actively sabotaging every single day. And this is the part that I don't get. Here's the thing about health, is that let's say if you have a health problem, nothing else matters. I had like a pretty bad sickness like 4 days ago. Do you think my work really mattered that much? Do you think my school mattered that much? I can tell you the whole day I was just thinking like, oh my god, I just want this to be over. This sucks, Whatever I do, I can't even breathe properly at night. Like everything that I did, it just felt uncomfortable, felt heavy on me. When I had a broken arm, right, nothing else basically mattered. Showering is a problem. Opening up my bottle is a problem. Sleeping is a problem. Walking around is a problem. Here's the thing with health, right? If you neglect it, and then you really have some health issues, let's say you become diabetic. Let's say you fucking get cancer, right? Fingers crossed, right? Touch wood, right? But if all these bad things happen, I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how much money you have in the bank. It's not gonna matter. Okay, because your entire life will be geared towards surviving with this problem. And you need to ask yourself, how long are you willing to do that? Because if you can postpone it, right, you live an extra 10 years of quality life by just implementing these health benefits. Like, what is that worth to you? So anyways, back to the point, is that if your youth is truly what matters to you, then maybe you should start acting like it.